Hi everyone, this is Bartosz Beda recording from my studio here in Dallas, Texas. Today's video is about a closed book. What's that mean and how I'm going to explain that. So let me start from my day. Today I did a lot of things and a lot of updates on my website, in terms of my painting and my visual aspects that I haven't shared yet with public, with you, my viewers. And that's one of those days when I want to stay as a closed book, very secretive about what I'm doing and what I want to do as a next step. And we artists, or everybody, even companies or brands, they have that kind of mentality as well. It's not that we just had a bad day or not the right mood to share something. It's more, maybe that's one of those things as well, but I'm thinking I'm talking here about a bigger picture where you build up something first and then share it. But before you do it, you make sure that every step is prepared. So when you go for it, then there is action by action, like in the movie, like scene by scene, where you can see continuous relation between previous and next stage. So it's the same how I feel today, and it's actually a good thing. And I feel also that way about my painting today, that even if I paint it, I don't really feel like I want to share what I was doing in the studio, even if I recorded myself and made that documentation of what I was doing in the studio. It's very important to have that momentum where you go action by action and you are very fast with everything you share, you do, and you grasp everything you want from people, from collectors, from media, from everywhere. Everything that is around you suddenly works for you rather than you trying to get something from people. And that's the way it should be. But before you build that momentum, it takes sometimes a long time to pursue yourself as well as the audience that you're sharing things with, that this is the moment and this is the momentum that I'm doing. This is something I work for a long time, and I've been doing this almost forever now, and it seems like it's almost crazy that nobody is noticing me. But when I think about it from the other angle, is that we tend to think about ourselves only, and sometimes we forget about other artists or other people who do the same or even more than we do, and then at first they maybe struggle the same as we do, but after a while they grab that momentum where they go for it, and everything just lines up nicely with shows, sales, audience, followers. Everything comes in after that. And last couple days I've been working on my e-commerce store, and it's still in the working stage. It's not necessary that I want to share it right now, but it's not a big secret. It's just something that I'm working on constantly, and around that I'm also updating other things that once the store gets to that light where I want to really fully share it and then promote it, I'll be just ready for it. maybe I'm just preparing myself for that momentum that I want to grasp at some point. It's not easy. It's something that we work on every day. So I'm trying to work every minute of my life for my passion, for whatever I do and love. And sometimes I make good choices, some bad, and sometimes they are not that great, but still okay that slowly they progressing into something. And this month I decided that I want to triple down on everything that I do. And it's not necessary meaning that I have to spend more time and more hours in the studio. I probably work the same amount of hours and spend the same amount of time to do it. But what's important is that I am ready for action. What it means that when I have a moment, I already know what I want to do, and I'm ready for that action to take place. And that's something that maybe was different from me 2 months ago or even a month ago, just because I caught always myself into looking at the competition, but maybe spending too much time by scrolling, or just spending too much time to make a right decision whether I should do it or not. And overthinking is something that maybe caught me into that frame of not moving forward. And that's something that I decided to change this month. So for next, I think we have till the end of the year about 39 days. I decided to triple down on content, on paintings that I do in the studio, on creating new sources of maybe not sources, but creating new ways of presenting my way to audience and building up my audience through different types of social media connections that I have, cold calls that I was also making, but now I'm just preparing that on a little bit bigger scale. And so for instance, for this case, I actually have somebody working for me who actually is going to make those cold calls for me. So we are right now finalizing the script and also the list of contacts we are going to do. So those are those kind of things that sometimes I want to keep a secret, and once I put that into my thinking, then suddenly I become a closed book for everything else as well. But sharing the experience and documenting that journey is not a bad thing. It's actually something that I wanted to do for a while. But I never was brave enough to sit in front of camera and just start talking. And I think that this is the time, this is the moment when I'm going to do it, and whether people will like it or not, I need to test out things, see what will work and what will not work. So I'm thinking about starting my podcast, and I'm going to record a first episode tonight. So I will share more information about that in the next video, and I also will tell what's the reason for it, because it's not necessarily related directly to my studio practice. It's a little bit open to something else that I created 2 years, probably now 3 years ago, and is in a type of limbo right now where it's nowhere, and I want to take it to something else, something more practical, more visible, where people can follow it and see. So I'll share all those kind of interesting nuances and uses from my studio and my practice very soon with you. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.